Alright guys, you ready for this? There's a new COVID variant. It's called the T virus. You catch it, you turn into a zombie. I'm just kidding. Like an interesting topic today. I think it's pretty cool. Since I believe the release date is for Christmas, we got a new Matrix movie coming out. Let me talk about false realities, time travel, no sense of realities, stuff like that. If you're a fan of, the Wachowski's Matrix series or hgwells' The Time Machine. So I'm going to pose a question to you. Suppose that you have the ability to travel in time. I'm like a wizard. Um, I don't know. If somehow you're given the ability to travel in time, or you somehow are born with the ability to travel in time, whatever, whatever. If you, however means you get this imaginary superpower, would you go backwards or forward? Would you go in the past, fix a few wrongs, maybe, you know, give your past self some, winning lotto numbers? Maybe tell them to invest in some stocks, Amazon, that'll blow up. Um, or maybe would you be an actual superhero and tell people like, hey, there's a crazy man-made plague that's gonna, wipe out half the country. It's real and it's coming right for us in the future. Would you tell your past that? Well, I mean, I'm sure if your past self told someone important that, they would probably get locked up. 302 probably, right? Something to think about. Where'd you go into the future? I would have to cheat. I would have to be like, can I get a glimpse of the future? Because the way the future is now, it's bleak. As far as I see it, there's only two things that are going to happen. Either we're going to overcome, which would be awesome, or we're just, you know, uh, Elon Musk is just going to, blaze everyone to space. Maybe not everyone, but maybe it's going to be like Earth too. Be on Mars or some other planet. Um, I don't know what the future's scary, right? I mean, we could always conjure up the past, how that's going to be, but the future, whew, man, that must be something. There was an episode of Star Trek. I don't know the title, but they came across this. The Enterprise came across this 21st century, looked like a space shuttle with a bunch of, terminally ill people that were dead but frozen. So they thawed them out and said, "Hey, listen, guys, welcome to like the whatever century it was in Star Trek. I don't know, 25th, 26th, 28th century. I'm not sure." And they all had to come to realizations, but a lot of them weren't good people. Who was a drunk? Who was like a money hungry, CEO type, and another one was an emotional mess. But yeah, I mean, obviously there'd be. Hopefully you could hide, right? Or be invisible when you travel. That'd be kind of weird, running into your past self or going to the future and seeing, your future self. Or, I don't know, future people. If there will be people, I don't know. Maybe we will be zombies. Or aliens will come down. I'm not sure. I can't predict the future. But it's, it's cool to think about, right? Given how times are. Um, I don't know. I feel like, I mean, what if it's like a future like the Matrix, like all this is just like the blue pill, we're all tripping, all this flesh and this TV over here and these posters aren't really there. Our minds are just telling us, but our future selves are like completely naked, shaved, and like a pool of jelly in some dystopian future, waiting to be unplugged. Is that a reality? That's a reality check, you know? Sounds like a pretty shitty reality actually. But you know, not saying that's the actual future. I'm just saying. I'm just trying to, build your imagination here. You know, I don't know. I mean, if someone asked me that question, I guess we'd probably be going back because I feel like we could benefit from going back to the past. I've always been one to say and rehash the phrase. To we should always look to our past so we don't repeat our present or future for that matter. You know, that's why I'm into history. Because whatever happened back then, we know about. We could possibly prevent or alter today. If we go in the future, knowing what we know now, maybe. I mean, it would be weird. It would be, either really rewarding going to the future or highly disappointing and probably dangerous because we can't predict the future. Unfortunately, we can't go back in time, but we can worry about the present, what's happening on this planet right now, right here. This is reality. This is what we get. We're working with it. So, guys, until those things are invented, it's always interesting to question and ponder the idea of what if, given the abilities to travel back to the past or to the future. And which one would you choose? Would you just kind of hit the skip button and see where you're at, 30 years down the line? Or would you change your present and go back to the past and maybe alter a few things? Hopefully nothing catastrophic would happen, because every time there's a movie based about going to the past, something bad happens. Or the future for that matter. Maybe it'd be like a weird splinter effect if your present self met your future self. Or your future android self. I don't know. But it's interesting to think about. It's been done to death in a lot of sci-fi movies. But given that power, you got to think, if someone as normal as us, can we handle that? I don't know. But, I posed a question to you guys. You don't have to respond. Just saying, something to think about. But what would you do if you had that ability? Would you go in the past? Fix something? Change something? Give yourself a head start? Or would you go in the future and, see what's going on? A glimpse in the future to see, how you're doing, your family, your friends. I don't know. Maybe try and fit in. I don't know. But yeah, I don't know. I saw The Matrix, and the idea kind of sparked in my head. I mean, we've all probably thought of that before, about going to the past and, changing it. But, I just wanted to kind of throw it to the public out there, because there's a lot of other things, better things, that are on our minds right now. But, yeah, which is important. But if we take ourselves way too serious, it won't look good. You know what I'm saying? You'll go crazy if you keep pondering about negativity and things you can't change. So let that be a warning to you. Just take it as it is and figure it out. And that's my advice. So yeah, what would you do? Would you go back? Would you go forward? Or would you just take what you got, stay in the present? Something to think about. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Stay healthy, be safe, and see you all very, very soon. Peace.